Hey everyone, welcome to week 9. We are so very close to the end of the course. So I'm going to go through what is in store for you this week, our last full week of the class. So obviously you'll need to take the week 9 attendance quiz first. Once you do that, you'll have access to all the lessons and assignments for the week. The first item you'll see under the attendance quiz is a quick review of week 8. Then there will be a lesson that contains the follow-up video to the week 8 discussion poem. So that's a really interesting one, and there's probably a few things about it that some of you might not have picked up on. So please give that video a watch. It's not terribly long. Then after that, the next lesson is a little video and handout explaining the reflective essay that you guys will need to complete next week for your final exam. It's not a terribly difficult essay in terms of the content, but I do want you to watch that video and look over that handout so that you know exactly what you do need to focus on to prepare for the essay, as well as what you don't need to worry about when you prepare for the essay, okay? Obviously you're not going to write it, or type it until next week, but this just gives you a bit of an overview so that you know what to expect, and that way you feel a little more comfortable going into it next week. After that, you're going to see a lesson that is a little bit different than anything we've done throughout the course, but it is a lesson containing a handful of TED Talk videos. So there are 5. A couple of them are poems being, spoken aloud, performed, if you will. A couple of them are about poetry. One's about the need for poetry. One is about using your voice in a political way. And then there's also one on language in general. None of them are terribly long. I think a couple of them are 5, 6, 7 minutes long. A couple of them go closer to like 12 or 13 minutes. But in all, it's not a huge chunk of time. And I think most of them are really interesting. And I hope you think that they're interesting as well. There will be an assignment that goes along with the TED Talks, so you do want to make sure that you watch them. But that's it in terms of lessons for week 9. The homework for this week, the first item you'll have is, of course, Journal 9. That journal is a lot different than any of the other journals we've done throughout the course, so please make sure you watch the video in the instructions explaining how to complete the journal, and then try to have it submitted by Sunday night. The next item is a small assignment in response to those TED Talks. There's not even a video located in the instructions because it's a really easy, straightforward assignment, but you will need to have watched the TED Talks before completing it. So make sure you do that, and then that's due Sunday night. Then, of course, there's the week 9 discussion. There'll be a video located in the prompt, so give that a watch, and then try to have your first post up by Thursday and respond to 2 classmates before it closes Sunday night at 11:59. So I tried to make those 3 standard assignments fairly easy and straightforward because I want you guys to be focusing on finishing project part 4, the final draft of your research paper. Remember, it is due this week. It was assigned last week in week 8, but you have a few days here in week 9 to finish it up. So please try to get that in no later than Friday. Hopefully by Wednesday, though. That's our goal. But if you need longer than Friday, you need to get in touch with me as soon as possible because we need to get those essays, those final drafts submitted so that they can get graded, so that you have a better idea of your overall grade going into the last 4 days of the course. So please reach out to me if you're struggling, to get that completed. And then the other thing that is on the agenda that I want to remind everyone about is that according to the syllabus, week 9 is the last week to submit late work. So please keep that in mind. Take a look at your grades, take a look at any assignments you might be missing, and if you're not sure if I'll still accept it, just ask. but certainly this is the last week to take care of that. Remember, next week, week 10, it is a short week. We only go until Thursday. The course ends completely Thursday night at 11:59. So please make sure you're getting that final draft submitted, any late work submitted, and making sure that you understand, watch that overview of the reflective essay so you know what you're going to need to do in those last 4 days. And one other thing to keep in mind as you're looking at your grade and getting the final draft graded and whatnot, just please remember that you need a 70% or higher to pass this course, okay? If you have any questions, run into any problems, are struggling to get things turned in on time, whatever the case may be, please reach out to me. Our time frame is short here, but I want to do whatever I can to help you guys succeed, okay? So reach out to me if you need to. Otherwise, you guys are free to go ahead and get started.